Alright, so Spitfire have just sent me this, and I have no idea what's inside of it. All I know is they're celebrating the 15-year anniversary, and they've challenged me to make a beat using some random products within 24 hours of receiving the box. I can't lie, I'm a big fan of Spitfire products. The quality is always crazy, so I think this is going to be sick. I have no idea what vibe I'm going to go for yet, but I guess it depends on what's inside the box, so let's take a look. Okay, so it says, "Hello Jay. Thanks for supporting 15 years of Spitfire audio. We can't wait to hear what you create with Mysery, Polaris, and Aperture the Stack. Good luck." So I'm guessing those three are the plugins that I'm going to be using for the challenge. And then it also looks like we've got the hard drive, which I'm guessing has all of the plugins on it. Yeah, this box is looking clean, man. That's such nice branding. And if I'm being completely honest, I don't think I've come across those three plugins before. So it's going to be interesting, man. Let's check them out. All right, so I've installed all of the plugins, and let's just start off by taking a look. So the first one is Aperture the Stack. So if I jump to the presets, looks like we've got some drums, effects, some Dave, synths, guitars, and machines as well. Looks like it has something to do with guitar amps. Yeah, exactly that. So if I'm looking at the site, there's 56 amps, 4 subs, and it's a mixture of vintage synths, drum machines, and guitars. So it looks like they're really playing with sound design here. So let's just test some presets. Let's see what Dave's saying. Almost sounds like some strings. That sounds sick. With Spitfire, I definitely start thinking about strings, and you know I love my orchestral stuff, so that's my first instinct. I think it has to be, you know, judging by these sounds, I want to go orchestral. See what the guitar's like as well. Then it looks like we can change the characteristics maybe. Yeah, there we go. And then up here we have reverb, the dynamics, and expression. Sounds like we've got some nice cinematic drums as well, so I'll see if we can fit them in somewhere. Alright, next we have Polaris. This one looks crazy. I'm not really sure what this one's about, but it looks like we've got some bass, broken, clean, complex, dark, distorted, granular. Also, maybe it's like some pads or some textures. Let's have a look. So Polaris, it pairs the worlds of synthesis and orchestra, so there should be something sick in here. Really like this sound, you know. I think I want to use this for a foundation and then use some of the more experimental sounds on top of it. But next up we have Solar. This, we've got some bright sounds, complex, chord, dark. Maybe this is the one for pads and textures. So this type of stuff can be sick to layer on top of your melodies. So I definitely want to experiment with some of these. They're more the bright ones, so let's check out the dark ones. Okay. So we've got some nice hits. I could play around with those. Alright, let's just start cooking up, man. I think I definitely want to go orchestral with this one. It's been a while since I've done something like this on the channel too. We've got the BPM set to 145, and then we'll just start with some strings. So back to this Swarm of Hornets preset. Let's see what we can do. Something like this to start with. Yeah, there we go. We'll just randomize the velocity. And then I think from there, I'm just going to layer those same chords with something else. So let's copy it into, just try Aperture the Stack. We'll pitch it down an octave. And then let's try something else. Let's go to the synths. We'll just see which one sounds good. Straight away, that's kind of hard. Just gives it something underneath. But then I think we could copy that one more time. And then just have another one that's playing longer. So copy that MIDI in. Let's try some of the granular stuff. That one sounds sick with it. Okay, next up, let's jump into Solar. We're going to go to the dark section. Like, this one sounds kind of sick. Could use that as the texture. Sounds hard, you know. Let's just pitch this whole thing up as well. We'll try it by like 3. That could work. Before I add anything else though, I just need to do a bit of processing. So for example, that texture, I'm just going to filter that out. And then with that third layer, I'm just going to use Pancake to spread it. Yeah, and then we'll add an EQ just to take out some of the low end. And then on that first one, also going to take some of this low end out because I want to find a different bass to go there. Really feeling this Polaris plugin. Some basses in here too. Something like this could work. So I'm just going to take those main bass notes, pretty simple, copy them into here, and then just try to find the right preset. Pitch that down as well. Alright, so I've got the main chords and bass sorted, but now I just need something for a counter melody. Yeah, I think it needs some shorter strings like this. Copy that down an octave. Then we could just add some simple delay. I've got the time set to 8, feedback down, and then the input up. Yeah, that can just carry it. Alright, what I'm going to try to do now is actually render that pattern and flip it. I like the way it sounds now, but I've always got to try it, man. I still might add to it, but we just have to test it. So I'm going to hit reverse. And then I like to double the speed as well. Reset the pitch. So like this part here, but maybe without those staccato strings. So yeah, we'll go back to the melody. So I'm just going to render that version with a couple things muted, and then I'll do another version with it unmuted. Then let's try this. So same thing again, we'll reverse it, double the speed. I like this part here, but let's see if we can pitch it up. Like that there. So now it's sounding a bit more like a sample, but I'm going to add vinyl 1, RC20, just bring down the noise a bit. Alright, let's get a pattern in for drums. I think that's enough to work with for now. And then if I change my mind, I can always go back to it. So we'll grab the tick count snare. I think we've got to take it back to the greed snare for this one. Then we'll just get a lighter one like this, and then we could use this to either emphasize them or just fill in some notes in between. Then on that second one, we're just going to add some delay. We'll set it to ping pong. About there. Need something impactful like this stomp. Alright, we're going to have to try a couple different 808s, I think. We'll start with the stacks one, using it a lot recently. I'm going to pitch it up one more because the bass notes are kind of low. Still works there. Just try a slide up here. It works every time. Alright, I think it's going to need a second 8-weight pattern though. So what I'm going to do is just copy this or extend it and then copy everything else. And then we'll just switch some things up. Just pan those. Right, let's grab an open hat in as well. This beat really doesn't need much else. I think it just needs one more perk, so I'm going to use a counter snare for that, and we'll just see what space we've got. I'm actually going to add some pancake to that counter snare as well, just to give it some width. We'll just bring down the mix, and then we'll just try a drum fill like this at the end. mad. Yo, this one's turning out crazy, you know, and I feel like there's still things we could do to it. But for now, I'm just going to split the drums and then we'll just copy it out a couple times. So for now, we'll just do a simple arrangement. So we'll bring the counter snare in here. Could also pitch it down an octave in the intro. Let's try this. I think this could work. And then it just comes off here. Then I think it needs something like this shots fill. And this is from my Divine bundle. And of course, we've got to get the camera flash in there. Signature drop. Yeah, so we can just carry it on like this. Then bring the kit back. Right, we'll cut this section here. Then I'm thinking we could bring in the part that has the lower octave. And then same with the intro, I could just bring these back. You know what? I have to try the spins 808 in here, man. I think it might fit like right there, just after the hook. We'll just get it from my Trap Lords kit. I always just like to boost it and then bring the out knob up. And then of course, right at the end, it's crying out for a sub bass. Alright, sick. And from here, I can just copy everything over from the first hook. Alright, so let's have a listen from the beginning. But before we do, just a huge shout out to Spitfire for sponsoring the video. Such a sick concept and crazy plugins that they sent me. So if you want to check out any for yourself, I've left links to everything in the description. So we'll just play it from here. Sounding mad. So we've got a bit of a different melody. Chops in the drums. Now we got the spins. So even though the melody is repetitive, you can switch it up with the bass. In this one's nuts, man. And coming to the bridge. So yeah, if you want more orchestral drill like this one, then just click up here. Or to switch up the vibe and go melodic, click up here. And huge shout out to Spitfire Audio.